Mechanic Dan here with Runyon Surface Prep. Today we're going to do the second of the three-piece series of the Multiquip LD6, the 6-foot trowel. Just real quick, we'll go back through a few of the important things on the first video just for the engine, the Vanguard engine. First off, after every 100 hours, change oil and filter. Blow out your air filter every time you get into it, just because of our application. Clean out your air filter after 100 hours. Change your oil and filter, 46 to 48 ounces. There's the part number. If you need to cross it over, go online. There's all kinds of cross references. After 200 hours, oil, filter, spark plug. Here's the spark plug number. At this point, you might want to think about cleaning or replacing your air filter, both pre-filter and cartridge filter. This is a good time to also change your hydraulic filter. And that's what we'll be going through today, the hydraulic system on this. Your hydraulic system holds 0.45 gallons of oil. Always use ISO 46. There's all different kinds, but make sure you get 46. All right, we're going to be going through the hydraulic system, and right off the bat, I want to show you right where the power comes from. Here you have your Vanguard engine. Bolted to the front of your Vanguard engine is your hydraulic pump. And you'll see all these lines heading everywhere and also into this manifold. All these are really important to keep clean, because if you don't change this oil filter, these things do have a tendency to start slowing down, and the oil gets bad. So be sure and change that filter every 200 hours. As you get into this hydraulic system, there's two main systems to this. You actually have the drive system that functions by operating drive cylinders, forward, backwards. As you tilt your pitch, forward, backwards goes forward, backwards. And you also have one that goes side to side, which sends you back and forth, left and right. The other system to this are the two hydraulic motors on each side that actually drive your paddles. These are kind of separate systems, but the cooling system cools everything, and we'll show you that here at the end. But let's start out with the steer system. As we come through our manifold, going down to our steer cylinders, it is driven by these valves up in the top. As you drive these valves, it sends these cylinders either out or in, out and in, which will change your pitch back and forth, forward and back. Anytime you get one of these starting to leak, you can change the seals and everything. It's really a pain to do. It's better off just to change the whole cylinder. Just buy a new cylinder. Get your rod ends. If you can get yours loose, go ahead and use them. If not, buy the new rod ends, but replace it. One thing I do want to warn you about, keep track of how this is mounted in there and which hose goes to which side. So you have three of those, two sides, one forward. That's easy to figure out. All right, let's go to the drive of the blades. You'll have two hydraulic drives, just unlike most hydraulic systems. Hydraulic motors, driving forward, backwards, just sending it in and stop, drives your paddles. Now let's come around to the back. Right here we have your heat exchanger. This is really, really important. As you're driving along, you should hear that fan kick on and cool this oil system. This hydraulic system gets really, really hot. Here's your fill tank. This is your reservoir. Has good lines to show you where you need to be in between. Only use ISO 46 in this, nothing else. They do that for a reason. It just gives you good steer and good power to your blades. But if you don't hear this fan kicking off and on, you'll start smelling the oil getting hot, the engine will get hot, and you'll notice the pump getting really warm. If you start noticing something like that, kill it right off the bat. Check your fan, check your fuses, make sure that's working, because you don't want to overheat that pump. So a couple things to remember. Change your cylinders if they start leaking. If you want seals, we can get you seals. We have those in stock. Takes a little time to tear them apart, put them back together. Change your steer cylinders when you need to. Be careful on keeping your filters changed 200 hours. And one of the things people really need to remember, this is a special filter, this PZ10 filter. You can get compatible filters, but I've had a couple people say they change your filter and it just doesn't steer right. It goes slow, it doesn't have the power. All the specs on all these filters they're using are all the same, except the flow rate. This has a flow rate of 20 gallons per minute. And oftentimes when you convert over, they don't think about the flow rate, and some of those are only about 9 gallons a minute. So be sure and use the right filter. Get you a PZ10, Schroeder, or equivalent. Check all the specs on that. So if you have any questions, just give us a holler here at Runyon Surface Prep. This has been Mechanic Dan. Thank you.